YouTube tarot reader Lisa Lee has been found using bad language during her twice-weekly live streams. In a shocking turn of events, it has also been discovered that she will not tell you what you want to hear, only what you need to know. The internet is in collective shock that authenticity is alive and well in this corner of the YouTube meta space. Do not watch if you are easily offended.
Yes, indeed. Good evening and welcome, everybody. This is Beyond Authentic. I am Lisa. I am a tarot reader, and we're going to be doing some readings for you today. First of all, let's have a look at who is here. If you're joining us, please let me know in the comment section where you are coming in from. Whereabouts in the world are you? Because we do get people from absolutely everywhere. So let me know where you're coming in from today. Also, let me know what you think of my new backdrop. I know it's all got changed up. Unfortunately, if you've been here before, you would have seen there was a rat cage here with my gorgeous hooded, was he hooded? No, sorry, my gorgeous husky is the type of rat he was. But unfortunately, he passed away this week. So we've decided that we're not going to get any more fur babies for now, any more ratty fur babies. And so for now, it's created a space here which I actually quite like. So yes, thank you for everybody who sent a message on the members chat, because I did say to people that actually, you know, this had happened with the members, and I did get a few comments, so thank you ever so much. But let me know what you think about the new backdrop. I really like it. A bit more cluttered, but a bit more organized. A bit more cluttered and a bit more organized. Oh, we've had a super chat come in. High Priestess 123, hello my darling, I will do you a reading very, very, very soon. Absolutely no problem, thank you for that. That does go back to say, how do we get a reading on this channel? Well, I will go through that in just a second. Before we do, let's have a look at who is joining us on the stream. So Nanette and Jack, Culture, Health and Witchcraft. Nanette's got her own channel here on the YouTubes. I'm actually going to be joining her on Wednesday afternoon. So if you would like to hear about my witchcraft history, join us on there at 3 o'clock on Wednesday, because apparently I'm going to get interviewed by Nanette. So there, go and have a look. Renata's here. Good evening, Renata. Once more onto the breach, dear friends. Yeah, absolutely. Holland from Blue Chalice is here. Blue Chalice is a wonderful Etsy shop that Holland runs. Holland is one of the moderators here on the YouTube, so thank you very much for being here, Holland. Go and check out Blue Chalice via their Etsy if you like. Lots of witchy stuff on there. Nings O'Day, I still love your name. I still love your name, Nings. Good evening to you. Patricia's here, another one of our lovely moderators. Yes, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Who else have we got today? Everyone's saying hello to each other. Look at this. I love our friendly chat. I love how friendly our friendly chat is. It's really, really, really lovely. It really is. So yes. Right then, how do you get a reading on this channel? First of all, you do have to understand that tarot is for entertainment purposes only. All at the bottom of the screen, look. You do make all your own decisions about your own life, and tarot should never be used to replace medical advice, legal advice, financial advice, or counselling advice. I've got that right now. It's in the same order on the screen. So if you are looking for support in those areas, please seek out a professional. I am not a professional in those areas. I am just a gifted amateur. Do you know what I mean? But you do also have to be 18 years of age or over. Why do you have to be 18? Because that is YouTube's rules here on the platform. Also, if you're under 18, it's everything's a bit heightened, isn't it? I mean, I'm not being funny. I'm 47, and for me, things can still feel really emotional. But I also know when I was 18, when you fell in love with someone and when they didn't, you know, immediately text you back or phone you back in my day, because we didn't have text in my day. I know, right? I'm so old. When that first boyfriend didn't text me back, or didn't phone me back, I was devastated for hours and hours and hours. It was the worst possible thing that was happening. And then they rang me back and everything was fine. Do you know what I mean? So it's a little bit difficult. If you're under 18, it's really difficult to do that sort of thing. Plus, I don't want to be advising anybody. And if you're under 18, you might go, oh, Lisa on the YouTube told me this, I must go and do it. No, it is just advice. You make all your own decisions about your own life. And as I say, 18 or over, please. Let me just move that one thing out the way. Right. So then let's have a look. If you want a reading on this channel, there are two ways. Again, down the bottom of the screen. The first way is to send a super chat. Now, obviously, we've had a super chat come in, so I'll be doing that one first. The second way you get a reading on this channel is to wait until I open up a round. We'll do that in a bit. When I open up a round, start your question with the word question, and I will grab one of those at random, but not until that round is open. That's really important. If we get multiple super chats in, I will go through all those super chats in order until they're all done, and then we'll open up another free round. That's how it works on this channel. If you send a super chat, you get a longer reading, a 6 or 7 card reading, depending on what your question is, depends on the spread I use. And also 10% of any monies that come in, once YouTube takes its cut, 10% goes to Fight Bladder Cancer and 10% goes to Bladder Cancer UK, which are the two charities that helped me through when I was dealing with the bladder cancer. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So hopefully all of that makes sense. I'll play a video in a second, or after the first reading, letting you all know exactly what I've just said, but in a slightly easier slightly more condensed way, because, you know, I do have ADHD and my brain is sometimes a little bit here, there and everywhere. Veronica's in. Good evening to you, Veronica. I hope you are very well. Okay, no problem. Thank you, Ninette. I will have a look. So on the members chat just before we came on, I did a reading for somebody, one of the members on there, but also I was discussing how my website is having some issues with, it's not spamming, but it kind of is. You know, all the bots. So you know, on the adverts, right? Once you hit a certain age, you get adverts for Viagra and incontinence pads and the big giant slipper and all of that. I somehow, because I've got this linked in with YouTube, I am now getting millions, well, not millions, hundreds, literally hundreds of emails about how I can increase my SEO optimization, get on Google's first page, get this, get that, get the other. How do you update your website? How can you do this? How can you do that? All over the YouTubes. So sorry, all over my website, my inbox. So it is absolutely full at the moment. So yeah, we're having some difficulties with that. Good evening, Crystal Rose, my darling. I hope you are well. Hello, my love. Right, we've got one reading in, so I'm going to jump to this one first. So High Priestess 123, your question is, how will the work meeting go with Robbie and his energy towards you? He's grumpy about life lately. Well, you know, I'm not sexist or anything, but sometimes men are just like that, aren't they? Men are just like that sometimes. Sometimes. I know, right? as a trans woman, having been brought up as one, unfortunately against my will, for the first couple of decades of my life, I can understand from both perspectives. And yes, men are very grumpy. Also, my hubby, as much as I love him to bits and worship the ground he walks on, first thing in the morning, a little bit like this. Anyway, let me just have a look. Probably Holland. That's probably what I've done. It's fine. I've got my spam filters on now. Anyway, High Priestess 123, let's go ahead and do your reading. So what we do on this channel is I'm going to swap cameras like so. There we go. So this is the reading desk, and we always ring the bell between readings because that cleanses the space. I haven't lit my candle. Do I want this candle? No, actually I don't want this candle on. This is a cheap candle that I bought from somewhere. I think it might have been Lidl. But when you blow it out, oh my god, there's so much smoke. So I'm not gonna light that one because my other half has asthma, and yeah, that's a little bit intense. I am going to bring in Wispy though, who is the air dragon that we work with. So there we go, Wispy's energy coming through, and we're going to ask. So Wispy, High Priestess 123 wants to know how the work meeting with Robbie will go and his energy towards High Priestess. So then let's have a look. We'll do the I'm just looking at my spreads up here to see which one might work best. I tell you what, we'll do the opportunity do we want opportunity challenge? Is this a career? Is this a work meeting, High Priestess? Oh, it is a work meeting. You said that. Right. So we'll look at the career obstacle. No, we'll do the first. I'm second guessing myself. Right. What we're going to do is the opportunity, the challenge, and the outcome as a 6 card, as an inverted triangle with 3. Okay. So the opportunity, the challenge, and the outcome as an inverted triangle. So we're going to do that first. Right, here we go. So this deck, by the way, is the Radiant Rider-Waite. It's the classic, double drop, the classic Rider-Waite Smith deck, but just with a lot more vibrancy and a lot more brighter colors and everything. It's a wonderful deck. I love it. And I just thought today, I've been using more modern decks recently, and I thought, you know, let's just go back to the beginning. Let's just go back to it, shall we? Right. So then we've got the King of Cups coming up as the opportunity. The challenge is the 6 of Pentacles, and that's actually reversed. And the outcome, we've got the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Don't worry too much about that. We'll get to that. And then the linking cards. Oh, you've got my favorite card of all time, the Empress. And then let's have a look at, right, okay, so we've got a bit of a mixed bag. It looks like a little bit of a mixed bag. So the opportunity, the King of Cups. So the Cups is an emotional card. Kings are about authority figures. So I don't know whether Robbie is like in a position of authority over you, whether he's a boss or something, but it really does feel like he is. Yeah, I think he might be sort of supervisor, boss level, something like that. I think there's a connection now. I don't know whether there's a romantic connection. Hopefully not, if he's being grumpy. But it feels almost like there's a connection here beyond just boss, right? This isn't a Pentacles. This is Cups. So Cups is like warm feelings, emotions. This could be, I mean, it could be a relationship, a physical boom chikawawa, but I don't think it is. I think it's more along the lines of it being, I don't think it's wow. I think it's more along the lines of work. Do you know what I mean? It does kind of have this, I'm just going to say it. It wouldn't surprise me whether the two of you have maybe at a Christmas party had a little smooch under the mistletoe. Do you know what I mean? It's like there's a frisson there of something. Although I don't think, because this is coming up in a work reading, I don't think that that is the main part of your relationship, if that makes sense. I think the main part of your relationship is the work connection, right? Is that work connection, if that makes sense. I think that's the main part. The challenge that we've got for this meeting is the Six of Pentacles. Now, Pentacles is work. Sixes are looking at bringing in community, but also bringing in that element of giving and charity and everything else. But this is reversed. So there's a little bit here. I would say that the challenge is going to be, he's either going to want you to do more for less, as in more work for less, or he's going to be asking you to do things you don't want to do, which, after what I've said about this one here, is a little bit, you know, could be taken two ways. But what I'm saying is, financially and career wise, it's almost like there's a step back that is going to be happening in some way. So I don't know whether that's a cut in hours or a cut in, you know, being shifted to a different position that's almost like a lower position somehow. I'm not quite sure, but it definitely feels like there is how to put it, it feels like there is a step back, or a request for you to take a step back somehow. Okay, I don't think it's particularly nasty. I don't think it's particularly like, I don't get the sense you're going to be fired, but it could be something along those lines, like you're going to lose some hours or lose some sort of position. Reason I'm saying that is because the outcome card, we've got the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Now, the Wheel of Fortune for me is all about risk and opportunity, right? You gamble, you go in and you spin that roulette wheel. Now, for me, you have to bear in mind every single time the Wheel of Fortune comes up that, yes, you spin that wheel, you could win big, but also you could lose everything. And so that being reversed, I think it's like an unexpected event is going to come out of this. So whatever this reduction in pay, or reduction in hours, reduction in position, whatever comes out of that is going to leave you with an opportunity, but also with a risk. So it's almost like you're going to have to make some changes after this meeting. And I don't know whether that's why he's grumpy, because it's almost like he knows what this meeting's about, but actually doesn't want to have this meeting with you, particularly if there's this friendship or frisson or spark or something. Do you know what I mean? In the linking of the two, between the King and the, I'm just moving this today, it's the root card, between the King and the Pentacles, we've got Justice reversed. So again, this feels quite, justice for me is all about the legality of things, right? And it's all about having these, like, if you weigh up the scales, all things go against you. Now, interestingly, both of these cards, oh, if I do it that way, look, both of these cards have scales in them, and both of these cards are reversed. So it almost feels like you're going to get hauled over the coals for something, and maybe something that you haven't done, because there's an injustice here somewhere, and that is linking the King's energy to the Six of Pence. Then we've got the Empress coming in. So the Empress coming in, I think, is actually really, really positive, and that's linking whatever this is with your Wheel of Fortune. So it's like you've got this it's almost like this is what's happened in the past and this is how you fix it. Do you know what I mean? Because it feels like there's, the boss is having a go about something. So this could be you stepping back, you stepping down, you no longer managing a team or being part of a particular project team or something, but that is caused by this feeling of injustice. So it's almost like you've been tarred with the same brush. Almost, it's a bit like, you know, when you're at school and one kid like does something really naughty, they draw a willy on the whiteboard or something, and then the teacher comes in and says, oh, who did it? If you don't tell me, you're all going to get detention. And nobody says anything, so you all end up with detention. It's like one person did something and you're all getting tarred with that brush. This injustice is there, but your way out of it is with this Empress energy, which is nurturing, positive, abundant energy, right? So this is bringing in, whenever you're in this meeting, going prepared if you've got any idea what it's about, go in prepared with some alternative suggestions, how you can, you know, fix whatever this was, how you can, you know, here, look, I've got the whiteboard rubber and I can scrape this off and there's no more willies on the whiteboard. Do you know what I mean? But there is a risk involved. It's almost like you're going to say, you will take responsibility for this. Like you're going to be, I don't know, you're no longer going to be the sorry. Do you know what I've got in my head? I've got, because I've been watching Prisoner Cell Block H, which is this 1980s soap opera, right? I've been watching that. This today feels like you're losing your position as like a prison officer, but you're going to be a social worker instead. Do you know what I mean? So it's like you're going to offer to do something that's going to help this situation, whatever this injustice is. You're going to improve it, and you're going to improve it with this nurturing, warm energy that comes from the Empress. But the base of this all is this Page of Pentacles card. So this is the root for you. I think you don't have a lot of job security. I think you've got a bit of a worry about what will happen in the workplace. Let me just move the dragon crystal over and move these up a little bit on the camera. I think you've got this. I think there is this dragon. I think there is this job insecurity here, because it's almost like, I don't know whether this is your first job or whether this is the first time you're taking on this role, but the page is that youthful energy. And the core of all of this, the core of the worry, is that maybe you're a little bit inexperienced with something, but you can overcome this by bringing in that warm, nurturing energy, bringing back that warmth, bringing back that feeling of, you know what you're doing with a certain field. So it's almost like if I go into, I don't know, one of the mind, body, spirit events that I go to, right? Some of them I've gone into a lecture and somebody's gone, blah, 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 and they're talking about something, and I've got no idea. I don't understand a thing that you're talking about. It's all like, ooh, vibrational energy, and ooh, and fifth elemental column of light. And I'm like, no idea. However, when I go in and start talking about tarot, I've done this for 28 years. I know this. This is my thing. But in that environment, I still have this page, sort of this insecurity going on. So for me, I would have to use my empathy, use my skills that I have in my area to take that risk in the workplace and to offer something. So that's what I think is you need to do with this meeting, right? Long answer short, expect there to be some kind of sideways step or backward step. Expect there to be some sort of injustice where someone else, you're getting blamed for someone else's work, or the entire department are being blamed because one person's not done something. And then you've got this little bit uncertain outcome going on. So kind of be prepared to make a different offer, or work in a different team, or take on a different responsibility somewhere. But yeah, anyway, I hope that helps, High Priestess. And yeah, thank you ever so much for your donation, and thank you for your super chat. Right, let me go into the live messages, into the chat, and let's have a look at what you've said. Oh, thank you, Holland. Have you all remembered to hit the thumbs up button? If you have, please hit that like button. It really helps me out with YouTube's algorithm. High Priestess, at a certain point he will have to renew their contract with you. You're your own proprietor, so you're always on edge about that. That's where the page comes in, and that's also where that risky element comes in with the Wheel of Fortune. You've been with them for 6 years. Okay. You prefer not to be a prison officer. I know, right? Nurturing and positive. That's good then. Hang on. So when I'm doing the readings, just to let everybody know, when I'm doing the readings, I'm not on the live chat screen. So, which is why I'm not feeding back in real time, because I get distracted. Because of the ADHD, I get distracted very easily. So the meeting is for a group that he's dealing with, and he's having trouble with them. You offer to step in, but you don't have to. And I think he wants them to work it out on their own. Okay, that could explain the 6, because the 6 is about community and charity in some aspects. You're an outside coach for his organization. So that's where, again, that's where the Empress energy comes in then. This justice, this injustice card is really, okay. I was going to say this injustice card is really, really like firmly in my head, but it's because he feels wronged by these employees and they're truthfully acting like kids. That'll be because they're drawing willies on the whiteboard. I don't think they are, but yeah, I get it. Wispy, you're bloody amazing. Thank you, Wispy. 7 likes, but there are more watching. Come on, everyone. Come on, folks. Hit that like button, please. In fact, if you hit that like button, I will do... How many have we got watching? 14. Listen, if we get to 12 likes, which isn't all of you, but if we get to 12, we'll have a little bit of a dance break. Right? We'll do a little bit of... Oh, my God, I've forgotten his name. What's his name? Why am I blanking on his name? Why am I blanking on his name? Oh, there's a personal element too. Really? The Colton, thank you. Is there? Hang on, did you put that in the chat? There's 14 likes now. All right, okay, dance break. So can't believe I'm doing this. So what we do is we do the Colton, right? So we take our hands from the left. Hopefully you're seeing this the right way. Anyway, take your hands to the right and we go click, 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 and click, right? And if you can get the head doing this as well, then that's what we want, right? Good evening to SK. Good evening. Who else haven't I said hello to? Good evening to Sharon Ann Lopez. Hello, my darling. Right. Oh, good evening to Jay. Hi, Jay. Are you JJ? Are you Jay? Are you nibbling? Anyway, right, so we're going to do the Colton. So we go on the count of 3. Oh, we've got 16 watching now. So on the count of 3, right, I'm going to press the button and we go dum, dum, dum. So we want everyone to do it. Let's get this, get this, get this, get this, get this flowing. And 3, 2, 1. Oh gosh, there we go. There we go. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. There we go. That got my energy up. Anyway, computer, can you make an announcement, please?
What's the announcement?
Can I have a decaf coffee, please, love?
Nibbling!
Hello, my darling. Can I have a decaf coffee, please, love? There we go. Oh, she's got me shuffling as well. That's a little message to Rufus. So he offered to visit you over the summer. That's why it's the King of Cups. Oh. So there is a frisson. There is a frisson. What did I say? Kisses under the mistletoe or something. Wow. Wowza. Yes, the nibbling is in the chat. My sibling's eldest child is in the chat. Good evening, Jay. I hope you are well, my darling. I was going to give you a message later on as well, actually, because we've not heard from you since you went back over. So yay. But it's good to know, High Priestess. It is good to know. Anywho, let's have a look. I've got another super chat come in, didn't I? Let's have a look. Who was the second super chat? Judy. Hello, Judy, my darling. What are the first 3 months of 2024 looking like for you? Let's have a look. I'm all out of puff now doing the Colton. I hope you can see the chat, Jay. Everyone's saying hello to you in that there chat. Right then, Judy, let's do your reading. High Priestess, let us know how the meeting goes, right? Let us know how the meeting goes, because I think you're going to end up in a different position. Flat on your back with the legs in the air. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that at all. Yeah, look at that, Holland. I totally agree. Hello, Jay. You're part of the Beyond Authentic story now. You are. You're part of the family. Neens loves this channel. Thank you, my darling. Oh, thank you. You're doing well. Hope everyone's New Year's are going well. They are and they aren't. We lost Mr. Tui, unfortunately, Jay. Yeah, we did. I was going to drop you a message, but I thought it's a bit of a shit message, isn't it? Hiya, how are you doing? The rat is dead. You know what I mean? It's not really a good message to send. But anyway, we'll come over and see you this week if you fancy a coffee or a hot chocolate. Right then. Don't mind us. We're just having a family chat on live on the YouTubes. It's fine. What do the first 3 months of 2024 look like for Judy? Let's have a look, Wispy. So we're going to change the channel. No, we're not. Changing the webcam. We're going to do the do. Oh, hang on. Do I need to do this every time? I do, don't I? Obviously. Where's the buttons? There it is. 1, 2, 3. There we go. There we go. Full brightness. I know. It's not very bright, is it? It was brighter, I swear it. Right then, let's have a look. So, Judy, Super Chat. What do the first 3 months of 2024 look like for you? So, what I'm going to do, Judy, I'm going to do a 6-card reading. Okay. We're going to do the top level. January, February, March, basic, and the bottom level we're going to look at the emotional or the subtext, if you like, the subconscious. So conscious and subconscious. So basically the first one will be what the month is actually going to be like physically, and underneath that will be what the month is going to be like, what your soul, your spirit, your emotional sort of vibes are, what all of that sort of stuff that's going on in the background, the root, if you like, for the month. So let's have a look at that for you, my darling. So then, Wispy. Oh no, there we go. So then, Wispy, we want to have a 3-month reading for Judy. There we go. Wow. Okay. Empress has dropped. So we stick that there. The Empress is your clarifying card or your modifying card. Now the Empress, this way up, is actually sat in my backdrop right now. She's on my wall because it's my favorite card. Now the Empress is all about abundance. So that loving, warm, nurturing energy. Now when she comes up reversed, some people would say that's what's lacking. I don't believe that, because I believe that with the majors, the cards are always kind of, they're bringing that energy just in a different way. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look through the lens, if you like, of the Empress as we do your 3-month reading. So it does feel like there might be a bit more of a need for that nurturing, loving vibe to come in, but we'll see what the cards actually say as we go through your reading. So then, let's look at what the emotions are coming in as. Right. I think you had a bit of a shit end to 2023, personally. Just move that a little bit further up. Reason I'm saying that is because we've got the 7 of Wands reversed in January. Now, Wands is your sense of security, your sense of confidence, all of those lovely things. I think my coffee's just here. Are you all right?
Yeah. Never guess what though.
What?
I did like make your drink, but the kettle turned itself on.
Turned itself on?
On.
How?
I pressed the button.
What? Rufus, did you hear that? Rufus just said he made me a coffee, which is lovely. So there we go. Look. But the kettle turned itself on when he pressed the button on the kettle.
Yes. I was waiting for you to go, it turned itself on. And I was going to say, yes. And you were like,
that's very strange. I could have done it with Alexa though, couldn't I?
yeah, you could have done. You could have done. That would have been weird.
I know, right? Thank you. Love you.
Yeah, love you so much.
Love you so much. Bye.
Drying out my stuff.
Oh, Jay's on the live. Do you want to say hello to Jay?
Yeah. Hello.
Uncle Rufus says hello, Jay.
Yeah, I'm drying out my sweet potato.
Yeah, so Uncle Rufus is currently drying out sweet potato. Sweet potato.
Yeah.
Sweet potato child. I know, right? Right. Anyway, back to the reading. Sorry, Judy. Look what happens when my husband comes in with a coffee. I know, right? All chaos lets loose. Anyway, what were we saying? So Wands is confidence, right? The 7s, though, are difficult decisions to make. And this is quite a defensive card. So I think that December, back end of 2023 for you was shit. To be honest, I think you had a lot to deal with, a lot of stuff that you had to fight off, and a lot of really, really tough decisions to make. And I don't think that energy has left you, because I think that is still what's here. Because in January, this is what you're still fighting through. And it's like there's a lot of, and this is reversed, so not only is it a negative, but it's also that energy is being brought to you, if that makes sense. So it's literally saying that, like, this isn't your tough decisions, it's like you are now being faced with having to make these decisions, because in the sort of the subconscious, the causality cards, we've got the sun reversed. Now the sun is normally all about growth, as you can see. It's like a lovely warm card. We've got lots of like vibrant energy, we've got the child there, lots of growth. We've got the unicorn, or in this case it's a horse, but sometimes it's depicted as unicorn. So we've got all of this like warm, loving vibe. But when it's this way round, it really does feel like there is a bit of a lack of growth, but also it's like you are, it's like January for you isn't like, you're not able to grow right now. You're not able to move forward. It's like other people are going, I'm making these New Year's resolutions and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And you're like, nope, I just have to get through this. I just have to keep going and get through. Self-care, self-love, like personal growth, all of that will come later. I just need to keep pushing right now. And again, that this Empress card coming in as the lens, as the filter, is really backing that up, because it's like, wow, there's, you know, so much here of unfinished business that you are trying to deal with, that it's almost like you're like the swan on the pond with the legs going like 24/7, like not 24/7, but you know what I mean, the legs doing this, the feet are doing this, and the pond sort of, the swan is still trying to glide across. But it's like you're pushing against a tide, you're pushing against the stream, because it's like you're doing this and your legs are doing this, and actually you're not even moving forward. Does that make sense? February, again, financially, I think there's a financial issue going on here, because in February we've got 2 pentacle cards in the upright. So in the upright, in the first layer, so on the physical layer, what you're actually dealing with, I think there is a certain element of feeling really financially tight, really financially kind of struggling a bit next month, right? Reason being that 5s are difficult times, turmoil, but also this card has got you out in the snow. Now this can relate to giving alms to the poor, giving money for charity, but invariably when it's this way round, I think again, whatever you're dealing with in January, the financial burden of it is what's coming in. And that also explains why the Empress is here reversed, because it's saying that this is a time of a lack of abundance. There's what would normally be bringing you a bit of a boost financially, kind of feels like it's gone away a little bit. And the reason, or one of the reasons, I don't know whether you've got children or whether this is childlike innocent energy that you're bringing, but it's like financially, this pentacle, or it could be work as well, but this pentacles is the page. Now pages are very, very young, naive, very, very innocent, very easily led energy, and that's coming in with this, right? So it's saying February, you've got a lack of growth and a lack of, you know, sort of positivity here, and that in February means that financially, I think financially you're going to be struggling even more, unfortunately. And it really does feel like you're going to have this element of kind of having to not just tighten your belt, but almost like not start over, because that would be the ace, but it's almost like you're going to need to learn some different things financially or work related, and it's going to feel like you're starting at square one. You're not, but it's going to feel like you're starting at square one. Okay, so it feels like February is going to be a tough challenge as well. However, March is looking up. So we've got the Hangman in March, right? So normally the Hangman's talking about sacrifice, patience, all of these things. I always say it's Odin on the Yggdrasil, waiting the knowledge of the runes, because that's how the card was taught to me. So it's sacrifice. But if you look here, like one foot is tied, it's not tied very tight, got quite a happy smile on his face, not really worried too much. But this came up reversed. Now I think March is going to be where things start to reveal themselves, and where things start to become a little bit easier. Just saying, because the Hangman is reversed, it feels like at this point the sacrifices that you've made here in February and January and probably December and November as well, like these sacrifices, this just get through it, all of that is going to start paying off when we get into March. It's going to start coming to a head. You're not going to have to keep sacrificing anymore. Now, the one thing I will say with the reversal of the Hangman, sometimes it can feel like that sacrifice is for nothing. Okay, just bear that in mind, my darling. I'm not saying it will be for nothing, but it feels like sometimes it can feel like, oh well, what was the point of going through all of this? But it always has a point. And when we look at the underneath, we've got the 6 of Wands. Now again, you've got a, oh no, that was the 5. You've got a wand card coming up back here with the 7 with the difficult choices. The 6s, it was in the other spread, sorry. The 6s are again about that community element, bringing people with you, and it feels like you are going to be able to move forward either as a group, as a family, as a unit. That is going to be coming in March. You're going to feel more supported and victorious. So this wait will come to an end in March, right? And although it might feel that it was a sacrifice, was it really worth it? There is actually a victory moment here because we've got these laurel wreaths, okay? So to sum it all up, I think the first 3 months are going to be quite difficult. The first 2 months are going to be difficult, mainly focusing on wrapping things up from last year and dealing with the shit that's still keeping you down. February was dealing with the financial work-related stuff, and March, that's all going to start coming good, and you're going to feel like going into April onwards that you've got a much rosier future. And I hope, my darling, that makes sense. And I hope that when April comes, we can put this card here for you. Okay, more positive, more abundance, more nurturing. At the moment, she's just here as a clarifying card. But my darling, I hope that makes sense for you, and that is going to be your reading today. Thank you so much for your question. Thank you for your super chat, and yeah, I really hope that helps. Thank you ever so much. Right, let's have a look in the live chat. Just a reminder, everybody, when I'm doing a reading, I don't have the live chat open, so I'm not distracted at all. So let me have a little look. Let me have a look-see. Right. Oh, Ed's here. Good evening, Ed. Good evening, Ed. Judy, true about December. So December was rough. Okie doke. January is definitely self-care. Yeah, I think you need to just keep going with it. You need to just keep going with it. Oh, Jay's Journey FTM. Hello. Hello, Jay. Do I know you in person as well? I think I might know you in person, Jay. Yes, Jay with an E is the legendary Nibbling. Jay with a Y is somebody else. Hello, good evening and welcome. Yes, indeed. February and March makes sense too. I thought so. I was looking at your photo there. Hello, Jay. Hello, all the Jays. Hello, Jays. Throughout the whole world. Now, was it once in a generation? Oh, I can't do it. Hang on. Let me very quickly. Oh, I can't be asked. I was going to pull up the Buffy script. One in every generation. I hope you're well, Jay, as well. Wow, look at this. I hope you're really well. I hope all the Jays are doing well. If you are a Jay, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget, everybody, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ding your bell. That's important. Ding your bell so that YouTube notifies you each and every time that I do go live on the interwebs or post a video. Do that. Thank you very much. Yes, I was about to say that's exactly what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. But your photo looks like you look really like thin. And I'm not saying you weren't, but you look like you've been working out or something. Am I caught up? Oh, Bailey, hello. It's your bestie Jay's amazing aunt. Oh, hello, Bailey. God, we've got lots of newbies here today. Hello, Bailey Rose. Yes, hello. Why did that sound like the intro to Undertaker's theme? I've got no idea, Jay. I am definitely not from Parts Unknown or from, what was it he was from? I can't remember. It's definitely not because I am, you know, very, 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 very into The Undertaker. Oh, Uncle Rufus does make a nice cup of coffee. He really does. I know, right? That's B, your amazing friend. Oh, hello, B. Wow, we've got loads of people in tonight. I feel very blessed. We are good. Thank you, Jay. We are good. I'm not looking well. I'm looking very fat. That's how I'm looking, right? I am looking very, very fat at the moment. And but that is now, I am back on the Slimming World plan as of this week. So yeah, that is the plan. I put on a fair bit over Christmas and New Year, but I was expecting it. And now we're on it. I'm going to be doing the weight loss thing like you did. Wow, Rufus is really good as well. He just made me a coffee. So yes, good evening. Welcome to everybody, whether I know you in person or not. Oh no, it's not South Bad Talk. I am very, listen. When I say I'm fat, that's not negative. I am very large and in charge. I get that. I am all the things. I am all that and more. As I am White Lizzo. Yes, White Lizzo. Oh, thank you. I didn't say it for that. But thank you for all the amazing comments on the live. You're going to make me blush. I know, right? You are going to absolutely make me blush. By the way, can I just point out, Patricia? Oh yeah, it's still on. It's still a thing. You don't remember either. I know, right, Holland? I know. We are a slave to our memories, and as we get older, our memories leave us wanting. Anyway, it's time for some more tarot reading. So good evening to you if you're wanting a tarot reading. Let's go ahead and do the things. We've done the super chats. So I've got 2 super chats being in. We've done those. So now it is time to open up a free round. So if you would like a tarot reading, how do you get a reading on this here channel? Well, first of all, you have to put your message into the super. No, let me just hang on. That was very much one of these. So if you would like a reading, what you need to do is put your request into the live chat, starting with the word question, and I will grab one of those at random. You do need to be 18 years of age or over to get a tarot reading, and obviously tarot is for entertainment purposes, and you do make all your own decisions about your own life. Tarot should never be used to replace medical advice, legal advice, financial advice, or counseling advice. If you would like a reading, there are 2 ways to get one. One is to send it directly into the super chat. The other way is, as we're doing now, when I open a round, go ahead and put your question, starting with the word question, into that there live, and I will grab one of those at random. Just in case you missed all of that, here's a handy dandy little video reminder. Right then, let's turn. Oh no, hang on, pressing the wrong button. Turn off the banner because that is very distracting to me. Right then, so we've got 1, 2, 3 questions in. Is that right? Yep, 3 questions in. Oh, thank you, Jay. I know, right? I know, right? I am a Bentley too. I am a Rolls Royce. I am a classic. I am expensive and very high maintenance. Just ask my other half. And I am built for comfort. Absolutely. Right then, so I've got more questions in now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 questions in, and as I always do, I'm going to go up and down on the jog wheel on the mouse, and I'm going to pick one of these at random, and I'm doing so while I'm looking. I'm going to close my eyes and do it. So this one, please don't be a moderator. Didn't even show up. Right. So what I always do when I do this, I might pick a moderator, I might pick a screen, I might end up with something else on. I might just hit a comment because I've gone too far back. Right, last time. Here we go. This one. Veronica. Good evening, Veronica. Well, things are tough financially. Will hubby's sales get much better soon? in February and through the rest of the year, as management there says they are working on bringing more traffic there? Okay, that's a very detailed question for your situation. I do your 3-card reading because that's what we do with the free readings. So your question is, will sales get better soon? And I tell you what, will there be an upswing in sales soon? Listen, everybody that isn't Veronica, if you would like to select and copy your question and hang on to it until we do the next round, the next free round, just type it back in again, or hit Control and V and just paste it back in. That's what I would always say. So everybody that isn't Veronica that asked a question, select and copy your question, and there will be another round coming up shortly. Right then, Veronica, let's go ahead and hit the webcam. You're gonna hit the light one. I need to get a little lamp here, don't I? Really, I think. 1, 2, 3. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's a little bit better. Have I just moved that now? Yep. Yep, of course I have. Right then. So, as always, we bring in Wispy and cleanse the energy around us with the bell. So then let's have a look. Oh, gosh. I'm throwing things. Wispy, Veronica wants to know, will hubby sales get an upswing and get better soon? Not just for February, but also through the rest of the year. So we're looking for the pattern. Is there going to be an upswing? So let's have a look. We'll do the opportunity challenge and outcome. Okay, opportunity challenge outcome. That's what we'll do. Okay, Veronica. So Wispy, opportunity challenge outcome, looking at whether Veronica's hubby will get an increase in sales. That's what we want. Okie dokie. Let's have a look. Is that it? Is that the drop? That's the drop. Wow. A little drop. Right. Okay. So the opportunity. Oh, 2 of Cups. Okay. The challenge, the 8 of Cups. Okay. And the outcome, the 6 of. Okay, we've got all cups. All cups, Veronica. So first of all, cups are your emotional soup. Okay, so this is all about emotions. This is all about the emotional impact. Do you work with hubby? Is there a link here somehow? Because we've got in the opportunity card, we've got the 2 of Cups. Now the 2s for me, oops, my hands. The 2s for me are about to become one. Need some love like I never needed love before. Gonna make love to you, baby, when to become one. Like the Spice Girls say, right? So I don't mean to laugh. It's just a little bit bonkers. But this feels like either you work for hubby or you run a business together or you do something like it's the 2 of you, and it's this. So 2 of Cups is always 2 coming together. Cups is always that emotional suit. Now the one thing I would say is we've got this caduceus here, the lion-headed caduceus, which is this health element. So I don't know whether there is a health element involved in whatever the business is, but it does feel like at the moment the opportunity is for the 2 of you to work closer together, for the 2 of you to, I don't know, for you to become a partner in the business, for you to, there's like an, I think you work together. I don't know whether it's like a small farmer's market type thing or a small shop, a small business, but I've got the strongest feeling you work together with this card, and that opportunity is really positive. Okay, it's saying that basically utilize both of you, right? So not just one of you. If it's hubby's business, great, but utilize both of you, both of your strengths, both of your needs, both of your both of your energy, right? So if there's one of you that is better at a certain thing, the other one picks up the slack on what they're not good at. Do you know what I mean? So it's like with me and Rufus, my other half, Sorry, my surely thing is just sliding down. But with my other half, I am very good at doing ideas. I'm very good at, you know, spontaneity and all of that. My other half is very much by the book. He does things in steps. So he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I go 1, 2, 7, 9, 4, 3, 4, 7, 12, 28. Right? That's just different brains. This is talking about how the two of you can kind of build that element between you and take up each other's slack to help moving forward. I hope that makes sense. I really do hope that, you know, hubby just isn't like a double glazing salesman for a large company. Do you know what I mean? Something where you're not involved. I feel that you are involved. The challenge is going to be finding a way to go from the 8 to the 9. This is all about emotionally, not just moving on, but emotionally finding the next step, right? And that is going to be the challenge here. So I do think sales, like, there's an increase here that's needed, but I think the challenge is going to be about how you go about it. So although you say here, as management there says they are working on bringing more traffic, that's a little bit of a worry. Don't trust management. This is what you need to do, right? This is the challenge. You need to both the two of you drum up business together, right? So if it is like, I don't know why I'm getting like a small soap business or a marshmallow business, a farmer's market type business. Do you know what I mean? If there's something like that that you are doing, like that small business, small crafty type family business type thing, then you both need to be focusing on bringing people. If it's a physical shop, which it sounds like, then you need to get people into that physical shop. How to do that can also be online. So start a YouTube channel about the shop, whatever it is you do. Say if you make, you know, vegan marshmallows, set up a recipe, do video shorts about how you make them, how you sell them, how you package them, you know, new flavors, all of that business. Do all of that, because this is really saying the challenge here is about finding the next step, taking that next step. That is going to be the challenge here. And I think you need to utilize everything you possibly can, because it feels like this here, your comment, management says they're working on it. Bollocks, bullshit bollocks. Absolutely not. They will do, but it's, you need to find, you can't wait for them to do this. I used to work, I've worked in a few small shops and small, very, very tiny businesses. You need to be bringing in as much trade as you can. So, you know, utilize all the social medias. It's listen, I hate it. It's arduous. I've just updated my Facebook. I hate going on Facebook, but I'm going to be doing that this year. I'm going to be doing Instagram more this year, Threads, all of the socials, to build like my tarot business up. So for you, it feels very similar. You need to keep working on that challenge of getting more people. And then the outcome card, we've got the 6 of Cups. Now this is reversed, so don't be too concerned, right? It is the 6, so it is about community, bringing people together. But look at the card, right? This person is either giving the cup with the flower to this other person, or they could be selling it. Look, this person is now a florist. They've got all of these lovely bunches of flowers and they are selling them. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Would you like one for 5 gourds? Yes, I will give you 5 gourds for my bunch of flowers. Thank you very much. Here's a transaction, right? But this is reverse, which means I think it's going to take time and it's going to be a struggle getting people there physically. So look at maybe doing online stuff, Etsy, you know, eBay, bloody Amazon, whatever it is. If you can't bring people physically to the store, look at taking the store to where the people are. Do you know what I mean? Do small pop-up event stalls in places. Look at doing, again, this idea of farmers market. Veronica, in a second, because I haven't got the live chat on, if you've answered this like 15 times already about what you do, you and hubby run a you know, vegan sweet shop together, then please let me know in the live in the comments. I don't have the live chat up whilst I'm doing the readings, but I'm really intrigued as to what it is you actually do. But yeah, so basically it looks like there may be an uptick, but I think more importantly than the sales, it's going to be getting people to the business. That is going to be the hardest thing. It's like once they get there, the sales will take care of themselves. Because I think whatever it is that hubby's doing, once people come through, they want to buy, right? So it's almost like if you were making sugar-free syrups for coffees, right? I would go, oh, once I'm in your shop, I will buy some, because I buy a ridiculous amount of sugar-free syrups for coffees. And if you suddenly went, here is this new flavor, I would go, oh, give me that now. Take as much money as you can possibly take off me. I will have all of those. Thank you. And so it feels something like that. I hope that helps, Veronica. And yeah, thank you ever so much for your question. And yeah, do let me know in the live chat. But that is going to be your reading. It feels like you need to take control of the footfall and really concentrate on that, to be honest, my darling. But yeah, I hope that helps. Right, let's just have a look in the live chat. Oh look, Nightbot's just reminding everybody, if you haven't done already, hit the like button and then also subscribe and then ding your bell, or dong your bell in that case, and let the Undertaker know that YouTube wants to let you know when you upload a video, or when I upload a video. All of the things. My brain just lost that halfway through. Oh, hang on. Let me find you. You do work together. Okay. What do you do? You run a small shop in a hotel. Okay. So it depends on hotel traffic. And yes, once we have people there, it's no problem selling our stuff. Then look at a pop-up store. Look at what do you sell? Like, I don't know why I keep getting farmers market, but like, do that. What is it you sell? That wasn't me, Holland. I still haven't. I need to message you about dinging the bing bong, the Nightbot thing. It might do, but you need to forget the hotel. You need to bring people in to your business, right? The fact you're located in a hotel is great because you've got some passing trade, but you need to build on that passing trade and get people there yourself. That is literally going to be the challenge for this year for you. You need to get people there, whether that's in physical advertising, whatever you sell. Chase your customers, get them in the building. Once they're there, you can make the sales. Did I see we had? Oh, what was it? I just wondered what was in my bra. Just a chunk of tourmaline, you know. Tourmaline? Yeah, I think it is. You know, just the usual crystal in my bra. Trending, Prajna NASCAR. We will do some trade shows. Amen. Good evening, Iman. Yes, so trending in Iman, I will do. We're going to open up another round now. So hold your question till we open up a round. Veronica, what do you sell? This is a prime opportunity, Veronica. Tell us what you sell and tell us where the hotel is. And then if anybody's near your area, they can come and pop in and buy some stuff. Keep the boobies charged. Absolutely. You need to keep the boobies charged. So yes, absolutely. Veronica, tell us quick, what do you sell? Where can we find the things that you sell in your hotel? Ladies' accessories. Oh, what, like fine scarves? Yeah, farmers markets, trade shows, as Iman says. Oh, excuse me. And things like trending. Please stop. I've told you how to get a reading. If you keep putting this in, the mods will block you, right? Our moderators are the best group of mods on the planet. They are the best group on this platform. They help me do the readings. They help keep the chat free and good. Wow. Handbags, hats, etc. Things we need. Interesting. That sounds really cool. I like hats. We need to buy hats when we have a Beyond Authentic wedding, when somebody that comes on and what? When should I get into with you, Lisa? What do you mean? Nanette, I don't swing that way, but thank you for the offer. Yeah, look, Bailey says, set up a website. We'd love to check out your stuff. Absolutely, would love to check out your stuff. Like, you can't put the link directly into the chat, but you could put the name and then write the word at, and then underneath put where the website is if you've got one.
What way do pansexual people swing then?
What way do pansexual people swing? Any way they want.
They just go for brains,
Yeah, parts, not hearts.
Yeah, in whatever's in someone's head. If you like what's in their head, then off you go. Goodbye.
Yes. Thank you for that. Thank you. Rufus just was commenting on my comment about not swinging that way. But technically I am pansexual because of me and the lovely my gorgeous hubby. But yeah, hearts, not parts. When should you get in touch with me? Right, okay. Send me a message on Instagram or yeah, do that. Or you can send it to Facebook. Hang on. Facebook is Beyond Authentic. Yep, the Facebook page, Beyond Authentic, or Beyond Authentic Witchcraft. It will send you to the same page now. Sponsoring Facebook and Instagram as well is very good. Yeah, absolutely, Iman. Right, let's go ahead and do another round. Let's open another round. So if you would like, or just send me a message on Instagram, and then I'll reply on Instagram, and we can sort out what you need to do for Wednesday. Okay, my darling. Right, I need to do more reading. So then, to request a reading, if you haven't done already, please do pop your question into the live chat, starting with the word question, or send a super chat. That guarantees your question is next. And then once your question comes in, if we get super chats, we'll do those in turn until we've done all the super chats, and then we will go to a freebie question. Don't forget, the freebie questions are 3 question readings, 3 card readings, sorry, and I will do those in turn as we get them. No, I won't. I've just bollocks that up completely because my brain farted. So let's just, I need a rewind sound effect on here. If you would like a question, pop it in the live chat starting with the word question. I will then pick one of those at random, or you can send it as a super chat. If you send a super chat, if we get multiple super chats in, I will do those as they come in. Once they've all been read, I will then go to more live readings and open up another round. If you aren't selected when you put your question in, please select and copy your question and get ready to paste it when we open up the next freebie round. And yeah, it's time to do that right now. Go ahead and put your question in the live chat right now. Do it now.
Are you a fan of 80s horror but want something different? Do you like modern horror but the regular magazines leave you a bit cold? Are you a fan of that schlocky horror that no one else seems to talk about? Check out Necronomicon, the UK horror zine from Etsy.com. Just search for Necroneil. Blue Chalice is a small business making crafty creations for the Witcher community. From jewellery to wall hangings, witch bells to altar tiles. Why not have a look at bluechalice.etsy.com.
Right then, so let's have a look in their live chat. It looks like I've got 4 questions in, so I will get to those. Oh, hang on, another one there. Holland, what does schlocky? So in terms of horror, the schlocky things would be like Toxic Avenger, Swamp Thing, lots of the Corman movies. So the sort of things that are like a bit camp, a bit over the top, a bit sort of that don't take themselves too seriously. So not like the Hammer horrors, because they were like, oh, serious horror, but like the slightly fun ones that are a little bit camp and almost the so bad they're good films. Do you know what I mean? That's like the schlocky films. Anyway, hopefully that helps. Right, let's have a look. Sort of films that me and Neil love and talk about a lot. So yeah, we are going to be doing another podcast, hopefully for this month. But do check out, if you go down into the description box down below, you can see, or if you go onto the channel, sorry, there's a whole podcast playlist, so you can have a look at those if you want to look at the podcast. Hopefully Neil will be able to film with me later this month to do another podcast episode. Right then, I'm going to pick one of these questions. So I need to go from here to, right, from there to there. So if I do it, hang on, there we go. If I do it that way, so yep, I've got them all in. So here we go, picking at random. I clicked. What am I clicking on? Oh, I was off the screen. Right, go again. Oh, Jesus. It's so hard. Picking at random. It's, here we go. Who's this? Ayman. Oh, gosh, can't say that. Mizaugi. Mizawi? Iger Mizaugi. Can I know Yaman thoughts of you? He's your ex, but he comes a lot lately in your mind. Okay. I will do that for you, my darling. Right. Let me hit the star on that one. Go over to the star screen. Wispy. Oh, change cameras. Wispy, Wispy, Wispy. Ayman would like to know what... Hang on. I've got the wrong screen up. Ayman would like to know what Yaman's thoughts are for her or for them. He's the ex. Yaman or Yaman is the ex, but he keeps popping up in Ayman's thoughts. They keep thinking about Yaman. So that's what we want to know is Yaman thinking about Ayman? Let's have a look. Oh, that's definitely a card flip. You saw that one. That definitely wasn't me. That wasn't me flipping it. Right. So there's a confidence issue going on because we've got the Ace of Wands coming up as a clarifying card. Now, the Ace is a new start and in terms of confidence. But I think, I don't know whether this is your confidence or whether this is Yaman's confidence, Ayman. I think it could be Yaman or Yaman that's I don't know. Let's have a look at what the cards say. Then we'll work out what the filter means. Again, another low drop. Look at that. Hardly any cards on the bottom pile. Right then. So we will do what you... okay. Hang on. I'm just looking on my board. I've got some new spreads to look at. We will do the... what your wants are. No, we'll do the where you are, what the relationship is like, and what your partner or what your ex is thinking. Okay, so you, oh, temperance, right? You want some, you, okay, that makes sense. Your relationship status, right? Okay, and where Yaman is. Oh gosh, right? Look, this makes sense now. So where you are in this temperance. So this is about like trying to find a way forward. I think that you want to get back with him. I think that you want to kind of mend those bridges, repair the relationship, get back into a sort of into a situationship with him, and you want to kind of find a way through, maybe negotiate, maybe plan, you know, well, I did that wrong, you did that wrong, all of that. It's like you want to get back together, you want to mend those bridges. However, the relationship itself, I think, took a lot of work because the Nine of Pentacles, so there is a financial element with the Pentacles, but it's also about the amount of work and effort and to grow something, especially when it comes down to relationships. You have to be able to grow, right? Constantly. And I think it took too much effort. I literally think it took too much effort. I think it was too hard for the relationship to grow somehow. And that's kind of why things fell apart. Now, I don't know whether that fell apart because one of you had an interest outside the relationship or what exactly was happening, but it feels like the relationship itself kind of got stunted and then it was just too much effort to keep it going. Where Yaman is, we've got the Fool reversed. So I think Yaman is trying to start over, whether that's with a new partner or whether that is on as a single person. I think they're trying to they're trying to start over as as a new beginning. Now, the Fool doesn't mean they're acting foolish. Okay, it's just it should almost be, you know, the first timer. This is them trying to to start again in a new way. Okay, so the Fool's journey we talk about in tarot, the Fool is the 0 card, neither positive nor negative. It's the very, very, very first card of the deck. It's talking about like starting a journey, and it feels like not a physical journey, an emotional journey, and it feels like Yarman's already begun and started that journey. So the cards are sort of suggesting that maybe he's moving on, however a bit grudgingly, and that also comes in with the Ace of Wands being reversed. So this is saying that I think overall, as far as the relationship's concerned, I think there's a lack of moving on from it. It feels like it's not signed off fully, and it feels like Yarman perhaps is trying to move on, but there isn't exactly closure here. Do you know what I mean? It's like he's trying to start over with his life, but there isn't yet it's like he hasn't started yet, because we've got this wand is reversed. So it almost feels like whatever the relationship was, however it ended, it really took it out of the pair of you confidence wise, and you're trying to start over. You're trying to literally turn that page, but actually it keeps stopping, and you aren't turning that page because you want to get back with them, and they aren't turning that page. Yarman's not turning that page because he's still feels stuck and unable to move on. So it could be that there is a chance for a reconciliation here. You've just got to deal with this amount of work in the relationship. It feels like you are both at different places, and to be in a relationship you've both got to be not exactly on the same sort of level, but at least within touching distance. Because if you're up here, you're just going to pass each other. At least if you're here, you kind of, you know what I mean, you're gonna touch. Whereas when you're here, it's too, you're just going to avoid each other. Hopefully that makes sense, Iman. I hope that makes sense. Let me go and have a look on the other camera and go into the live chat and have a look. Iman, no problem, my darling. No, I know, I get it. I totally get it. Yes, Renata. Yes. That's a very good. He's always on your mind. Yeah, I believe so. Then he hasn't started over yet. He really hasn't. He's still. He wants to start over, but he hasn't yet. He wants a new start. He does, but he hasn't yet. So if you are wanting to come back to him, if you are wanting to regain that relationship, then absolutely you need to do it now. Make contact now. If there is a hope, you need to make contact now, because it feels like he hasn't started over yet. He wants to, with that Fool card coming up. It's like he knows that he probably needs to, but this element of you, the Temperance card, is just keeping him, like, I think he's on your mind as well. So that 9 of Pentacles, then that work will be the fact that it's long distance. It's too much effort to keep up a long distance relationship between you. So yeah, I totally get that, my darling, and I wish you nothing but the very, very, very best. You kind of like the new background. Thank you, Ed. It's sort of, again, because Mr. passed, and I've decided not to get any more ratties until at least until my birthday in the summer, but probably not even then, because I can't keep dealing with their deaths. It's shocking. And I'm definitely, listen, everybody, if you're out there, if you ever want rats, go to a proper Greek breeder. Please don't buy them at Pets at Home, and please don't get them from the adoption centre at Pets at Home unless they are very old rats, because a lot of their rats in the adoption centre have been bred at Pets at Home, and they are overbred to the extent that, like, I got 2 rats for my birthday because it's been a while since we had rats. One passed 3 months later, and one passed not even 6 months later. The one that passed 3 months later, we don't know what he died of. It could have been a stroke. And the one that passed 6 months later, for the last 2 weeks maybe of his life, it was cancer. So they are notoriously bad breeding stock, if that makes sense. But they are, like, they're inbred so much that they are very, very, very prone to illness and death. So please don't get rats from pets at home. They are amazing pets. There's an amazing exotic pet shop in Nottingham that we're probably going to go to later in the year. And I might get 2 baldy boys then, two hairless ratties. But please don't buy rats at pets at home, because this is what happens. You end up losing them within a few months, very painfully, very sad, and then it just breaks your little heart, as it did to me. But anyway, I'm glad you like the new backdrop. That was a very intense, like, emotional thing, wasn't it? But yeah, the backdrop, I think it looks a lot cleaner, a lot less cluttered, and also it's reflecting my new me, new Lisa, new way of life with my moving forward. Do you know what I mean? Anywho, right, let's have a little look see. Let's have a little look see, everybody. How we've got 40 minutes. We get loads of tarot readings in. Let's go ahead and get another reading on the books then. So if you would like a tarot reading, go ahead, pop your question in the live chat, starting with the word question. If you want to guarantee your reading is next, you can send it through as a super chat. If we get more than one super chat, I will automatically go through those 2, 3, 4 first, and then we'll open up the round to new for free readings. Does that make sense? I lost my train of thought then. I was going so well. But yes, we'll do that next. And just in case you've forgotten what I said, here's a quick recap. Yes, indeed. What will your card say? Question mark, question mark, question mark. That is the question of the day. Don't forget, I do this live stream each and every Tuesday and Sunday evening, 7 p.m. UK time. And for our members, we've got a members only chat over at buymeacoffee.com/Beyond Authentic. And over there, you can, we do an hour on the Sundays before the live stream. So we actually do an hour's chat. Today we were talking about all sorts of stuff, how people were doing, salt baths, things like that. We were also talking, I did a reading for one of the members over there, a 6-card, quite intense sort of reading, looking at various pieces for her. So it's completely random. We talked about the backdrop. We talked about all sorts, didn't we? So if you would like to be part of the membership crew, it's buymeacoffee.com/Beyond Authentic. And you can do that. I've got a button here somewhere. There we go. You can also book private readings there as well if you like. Right, let's have a look on the and salted meals. Exactly, yes. Salt baths and salted meals. Salt baths and salted meals. That was what we talked about. Delicious. So also, listen everybody, if you accidentally pour far too much salt in your dinner, you will inevitably waste your dinner, as one of our lovely mods found out today. I'm not going to say which one, Holland. Don't worry, Holland. I'm not gonna out you on the internet for putting too much salt in your dinner. I would never do that to you, Holland. So just between you and me, my darling, we'll keep that stum. Anyway, let's have a look. We've got 3 questions in. So I'm going to go very simply here, 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 and here, and click this one. Nope. Here, 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 and here, and click this one. Bailey Rose. Question: will I reconnect with my ex that got away? Who's eating salt for tea? Nobody, Ed. Nobody ate salt for tea. That's the issue. The tea ended up in the bin. Oh my God, Renata! Just pour the dinner into the bath and add water. Exactly. That would have been fantastic. It's not. I mean, I don't know who did that, Holland. I don't know who could possibly have done that. Jay, you might have to head off, my darling. Okay, my love. I've seen you popped a couple of questions in. Is a promotion or move looking forward good for you in the future? I tell you what, if I can, I'll try and do all 3 of your questions that are in now. I'll try and do them back to back. Okay, so Bailey Rose, Nins O'Day, and Jay. I'll do Bailey Rose first, Jay, and then if it's okay, then I'll do Jay, and then I'll do Nines O'Day. Let's see if I can get through these quickly. So then, let me have a look. Let me entertain you. Let me see you smile. I'm just taking that off screen. There we go. Right then. So which one? Hang on. I've got so many different screens to operate all at the same time. So Bailey Rose, will I reconnect with my ex that got away? Let's have a look. Change the camera over. There we go. Add the light back on. 1, 2, 3. There we go. I definitely need to add a little lamp just here, don't I? Somewhere, just maybe here, streaming. Oh, look, there's my coffee. Not that I'm addicted to coffee at all, you understand, but this is my second in the space of what, hour and a half, 2 hours. Right then, cleanse the space. Bring in the dragon. So then, Wispy. Bailey Rose would like to know, will they reconnect with the ex that got away? Will Bailey Rose reconnect with the ex that got away? Let's have a look. So I've got the perfect spread for you, Bailey Rose. We've got your wants, your partner's wants, or your ex-partner's wants, and the relationship future. That's what we're going to look at. So then, Wispy, what? Let's look for what Bailey Rose wants, what the ex-partner wants, and then if there's any future in their relationship. Okay, let's go for it. Fairly low. Oh, these are all fairly low drops tonight. Are you noticing? And that's not me. They're like, we can drop any amount. Right then. So your wants, Bailey. The King of Pentacles reversed. Okay. Your ex-partner's wants. Oh. Okay. And relationship future. Oh, right. Okay. So I wish I could zoom this camera in. So what you want, the King of Pentacles reversed. Now, kings are authority energy. Traditionally with the tarot, they're seen as male. I don't tend to see them that way because, again, if we're talking about a boss could be male or female or non-binary. You know, most of these cards are genderless in reality, but it's just about the sort of vibe, the energy that comes from someone. So what you want is the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is somebody who is in authority, somebody in a position of power almost, but quite financially quite okay for themselves. Maybe they're working, you know, they're in a position, maybe a boss type thing, but this is reversed. Now, Pentacles energy, again, it could be, Pentacles could be to do with study. Sorry, I had a fly just come in my face. No. Just got between my glasses and my eyeball for a second. I will get this bloody fly or baby moth, whatever it is. I think it's a baby moth. Anyway, right. So what you want, it feels like, because this is reversed, it feels like you kind of don't want this energy, right? It feels like there's no cups here, so there's no romance element. It feels more like work, effort, that sort of thing, right? That's what feels like this king is. The reversal here is almost, when you say it's your ex that got away, it feels like they got away from you. Do you know what I mean? It's like you didn't just split, they ended the relationship. And it's almost like that is more important, the fact that the relationship was ended by him than or by them, sorry, that it feels more important that that relationship was ended not by you rather than, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm trying to say? It feels like actually what you want is you want the relationship to continue because you didn't end it. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know. It's a hard one, the King of Pentacles, because normally the kings are quite defined in terms of boss energy, like authority figures, things like that. But this reversal coming in is almost like like you. Hang on, let me just Wispy, what are we trying to say? What are we trying to say with this King of Pentacles? Oh, where's my lapis? There we go. What are we trying to say, Wispy? What are we trying to say with the King of Pentacles? Because hang on. Come on, give me that again, Wispy. Give me that vibe. I don't think you. Yeah, no, I think that's what it is, Bailey Rose. I don't think you want to get back with them because there is a massive love connection here. I think it is almost like not a spite thing, but I think it's almost a you want to be with them almost because it's easier in some way. Does that make sense? It's almost like less effort somehow. I don't know if that makes sense. Crystal Rose, I've got your super chat in. I will do yours as soon as I can. So I'll do yours next, Crystal Rose, and then it'll be Jay. The Queen of Pentacles coming up as what your ex wants. Help me out here, Patricia, because I don't think this is you. Right, hang on. I need to come off this chat. Right, hang on a second. Let me swap cameras. Right, Bailey Rose, listen. In your relationship with your ex, would you say you were both on an equal footing, right? Like king and queen, although the queen is slightly subservient. Would you say that there was a power dynamic in your relationship where the king, your ex, was like dominant's the wrong word, but like took the lead and you were a little bit more passive? Because if that connection is there, then I'm coming onto the live chat. Hang on. Let me just have a look. I'm in the live chat. Yeah. Thank you, Patricia. Patricia just sent me a message about he's an ex for a reason. He is an ex for a reason. Right. Thank you, Bailey Rose. This is the nut of it, right? This is thank you. That makes sense then, because this is let me swap back to the card cam. Right, if you took the lead in the relationship, then this is basically what the nux of it is that what you're looking for is somebody who will take that back seat slightly, who will let you be the leader, if that makes sense. But what your ex wants is he wants or they want a partner that will be more subservient. So it's almost like you want what the other you want somebody to be less dominant, you want to be more in control, and your partner wants somebody to be less dominant so that your partner can be more in control. You can't both be alphas. Do you know what I mean? You can't both be in the lead. So one of you has to play the second fiddle. One of you has to play the follower. You can't both lead because you just go around in circles. That's the only thing. If you lead and they follow you, but then they're also leading and you follow them, then you just end up going around in a circle all the time. And that's what this is relating to. Now the Pentacles is coming up. Not only is it this circle element, but it's also talking about the amount of effort that you're putting in. It's almost like you both try to make each other the opposite to what you are. It's like they wanted to be dominant and tried to make you subservient. And I don't mean that in a bedroom sense, in a kink sense. Not that there's anything wrong with that, no kink shaming on this channel, but it really does feel like they wanted to be the leader, as did you, and you both like that can't work. Do you know what I mean? It's like running the government. You've only got one prime minister. You can't have two prime ministers. And if you get two people vying for the same job, they just end up at loggerheads. The potential for a future relationship, I don't think there is one, because the page is young, youthful, naive, innocent energy, but it's the page of swords. Swords is trouble and strife. Swords is issues, challenges. Swords are the suit that is all about, for me, the difficulties. And I don't think there is any way here for you to overcome that, right? It literally is like you both want the same thing, but you want the same thing. Therefore, what you actually want is both of you want to be the boss, the captain. And unfortunately, you can only get one captain per ship. Do you know what I mean? That isn't going to work. So the answer is, I don't see a reconciliation here at all, because it's like if you did reconcile, if you did get back together, you're just going to be in more problems. You're just going to have more difficulties, more issues, more shit, more crap to deal with. It's never going to be anything other than it is, because you both want to be captain. Hopefully that makes sense. Right, Jay's journey. I'm going to come to you after I do Crystal Rose's reading, because Crystal Rose jumped in with a super chat. How will it go when I see M, please? I will have a look at that for you, my darling. Hopefully, Bailey Rose, that helps. And thank you ever so much for your question. I believe, because again, fibro brain, but I believe you are B and you're a friend of the nibbling. So welcome to the channel, and I hope that somehow helps. Again, as I always say, I can only give you the answers that the cards give me, and I will never ever bullshit you just to tell you what you want to hear. Okay, so hopefully that helps, my darling. Coffee's gone. Oh dear, coffee's gone. Right then, so Crystal Rose, I need to take this banner off the screen because it is ever so distracting for my poorly ADHD brain. It really is. Crystal Rose, right then, let me have a look. See. Oh, Jay, you didn't need to do that, but thank you, silly sod. How will it go when I next see M, please? So Jay's journey, you're bumped again because nibbling Jay. Jay's journey, I tell you what, if you want, add me on Insta. No, I tell you what, email me. Have I got an email? Have I got an email? Have I got an email? Hang on. I know, right? I'm putting this on the interwebs, so I know that this is going to get... I can't get any more spam than I'm getting. Is that the one? Yep, fabulous. Right. There we go. So email me Jay's journey, and I will do your reading, because I know you're in real life, so I will do your reading for you separately and send it over as a video chat. But email me just there. Means O'Day, hold on. I will do these 2 super chats, and then I will get to you, my darling. So Crystal Rose, how will it go? I know, right? It's all happening, honestly. I don't need a wee, it's fine. Crystal Rose, how will it go when I next see M, please? So then what we want to know, Spee, Crystal Rose is off to see M from the Bond films, obviously. No, is off to see M, and we want to know how that's going to go. Right, let's have a look. How will it go? So we are going to do the situation. Shall we do, how is it going to go when you see M? So we'll go, okay, where you are, what you need to know, and what the opportunity is. Okay, so where you are, Crystal Rose, what you need to know about this meeting, what the opportunity is, and we'll look at the levels on that one underneath. So where you are, oh, Wheel of Fortune, oh, risk. There is a risk with this relationship. The 8 of Cups is what you need to know. How do you move forward? And the Empress reversed. Oh my God, she's coming up a lot today, is my gorgeous Empress. And then in the emotions, we've got the Knight of Wands, or the subconscious. The King of Pence has come up a few times today as well. And the Knight of Swords. Right, okay, so How will it go when you see M? So this is where you are. So this is talking about, you know, what the situation is. Wheel of Fortune is all about risk and about spinning that wheel, taking, like, there is an element of luck here. So it does feel, it does feel like it could go really well, but also it could go dreadfully, right? It really is on a knife edge. I think that this is you spinning that wheel in some way. So you are taking a risk. Whether that comes off or not is yet to be seen. We'll have a look at what these other cards are in a second. But what's making you take that risk? There's a certain amount of no more fucks to give, right? Because we've got the Knight of Wands, it's like the knights rush in anyway, and it's almost like, well, can't give a fuck, let's just spin the wheel. What can't get anywhere, fuck it, let's just spin that wheel. That is what this knight energy is giving, right? So it is all about Wands being confident and the knights going, they're your basic teenagers, right? Rushing in, not thinking first, and just going in guns, all guns blazing, legs akimbo, all of that. They are just going for it, right? So that is kind of what this feels like. So whatever this meeting is about, it's almost like you're just like, do you know what? Fuck it. Let's just do it, get it done with, and let's just spin that wheel. And whatever happens after the meeting, then so be it, right? So I don't know whether this is a work or relationship one, but in the what you need to know, be prepared to start a journey to the 9, right? So we've got the 8 of Cups. So the 8 of Cups is your emotional suit. The 8 for me is, you look at the way this has been laid out, there's a missing cup. It's not been taken, it's being searched for, it's being sought out. This person here is searching out the 9 of Cups. So this is all talking about what you need to know. Well, you need to know that you need to, how can I say it? You need to know how to move on and how to keep going forward, if that makes sense, towards that 9 of Cups, right? Towards happiness, towards an emotional result. That is what you need to know. So there is going to be a journey. This meeting isn't going to be cut and dried. It's not going to be a, you know, this is the final answer. You need to keep finding that journey forward, especially because we've got the King of Pentacles reversed. Now, again, King's reversed. In this case, I think this is how you are feeling, and there's a certain amount of uncertainty, a certain amount of lack of authority, and almost feeling like the ball is in M's court for some reason, because it's like you are, I don't know whether there's a financial element or work element going on, but the Pentacles is that career, work, finances energy, study, effort, things like that. But this is very much you being on a back foot. Okay, so I don't know why you're on a back foot, but again, it's like this is a risk. So whatever this is, this risk is making you feel you're on a back foot. But then when we get to the opportunity, we've got the Empress. Now the Empress reversed, it's come up before, but in this case, I think the opportunity is for you to actually embody the Empress energy. So embody that abundance, embody that nurturing spirit that the Empress gives, right? So you literally, whether it's family related, whether it is community related, to really, really nurture that energy, and to really encapsulate that, right? She's wealthy, is the Empress. We've got the corn and the wheat fields, which represent, you know, wealth back in the oldie tarot days, because you know, farmers, you had the crops of food, everything else you could eat and all of that lot. She's got these stars on her crown, she's got the golden orb. She is a beautiful figure of empowerment, right? In a nurturing way. She knows what the earth is about. She knows all of that lovely vibrant energy that she brings, right? The fact that she's reversed here and it's coming up in the opportunity, I don't think this is an opportunity to lose that energy, but it's a way to embody it in maybe in a different way. So maybe this isn't about you taking on or having lots of kids, or, you know, this isn't about you giving everything to everybody. It's like working within that nurturing energy and making it work for you. The reason I'm saying that is because there's a certain amount of like, it's almost like, right, it's almost like this Empress is wanting you to give everything away, right? Is that I will support other people around me by giving them everything. They can have the shirt off my back, but then you're left with, you know, standing in the cold with your boobs out, which, you know, don't get me wrong, that might be the most lovely thing in the world for you, my darling. But if it's cold and it's a bit nipply and you're prone to be arrested any minute for, you know, public indecency, maybe don't do that in the middle of, you know, the high street. Why I'm saying that is because we've got this Knight of Swords coming in, and this is that impulsive side, right? Challenges, that impulsivity with the knight, and the challenges, the obstacles coming in with the swords. So this is almost like your gut instinct is to go, fuck it, sod it, we're just going to do this, and I'm just going to do that, right? In terms of giving everything away, in terms of giving all of your energy, all of your spoons, all of your wonderment, all of your love and healing, giving all of that away and leaving yourself with nothing, right? So just be very, very, very careful, because it feels like this could be positive for you. This Empress card could be really positive for you. You've just got to find a way of controlling that urge to step up and to be the savior figure and to save everybody at your own cost. Okay, does that make sense, Crystal Rose? Hopefully that makes some sense. Right, I'm gonna Jay, I'm gonna do your reading in a second, Nibbling Jay. Before I do, I'm gonna go into that there live chat and just have a look and see what Crystal Rose says. It's a romantic meeting. Don't give everything over. Don't give everything over. Oh yeah, I can take that banner off. Thank you, Renato. I didn't even check, didn't even see it. It is romantic, you understand that? Yeah, okay. Oh yes, Christmas cake with cheese. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. The Christmas cake, Jay, is a bit like the Christmas pudding that you tried and didn't like. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, Jay's journey. I know you've probably gone, but send me that email. No, my email's fine. It's on everything. It's, if you look just down below, it's on my list anyway. Lisa at beyondauthentic.co.uk. It's on there anyway. It's not doxing. Right, so yeah, so Crystal Rose, if it's romantical, then I think there's a risk in that relationship, and it feels like you need to be very careful that you don't take on, I don't know whether that's taking on kids or taking on like the motherly figure from that Empress card, but there's a certain element there of just be very, very mindful, because that opportunity comes at a cost, if that makes sense. Oh gosh, I've got so many. Bailey Rose, stop messaging. Stop messaging, my darling. I can only do so many readings. Right, okay. Jay the Nibbling, will it work out with you and your girlfriend? Let me have a look at that for you. Again, tarot is only is for entertainment purposes only. You do make all your own decisions about your own life. Right, and also, like, I'm not like, yeah, you make all the decisions, my darling. Just bear that in, Jesus, just bear that in mind. Right, so Bailey Rose, I've got 2 more coming up for you, and then I think that's going to take us to time. It might even take us beyond time, so unfortunately means I might have to see you on the next stream on Tuesday, my darling, because I've got all these super chats that have just bonged in. So yes, thank you ever so much for being here, my darling. But right, let me have a look. So Jay, Wispy, cleanse the space. Wispy, Jay would like to know, will it work out between them and their girlfriend? Will it work out between Jay the Nibbling and their girlfriend? That's what we want to know. And you know I'm going to give you this £2 back, right? Oh, King of Cups. Now, technically, that's a little bit more reversed. King of Cups is relationships. The King reversed So the king is talking about authority, right? The king is talking about position of authority. The king is talking about being the leader, as we were talking about earlier. And in terms of relationships, it's the one in charge. The fact that this has come up reversed, I think I think it's more down to your girlfriend than it is down to you, if that makes sense. Oh gosh, right, again, be aware, Jay, that anything that comes up in the cards, this could get very intensely personal, right? Just saying. So the King of Cups is, I think I don't think you have, not that you don't have the say, but I think basically this is very much, you are worshipping's the wrong way, but I think you would do anything for your girlfriend, put it that way, right? I think you would do anything for your girlfriend. I think it's that sort of dynamic in the relationship. And the King of Cups is that kind of, I don't think you have that authority, if that makes sense. Right, let's have a look. So will it work out? We're going to do the what you want, what your partner wants, and what the relationship is. So what you want, 6 of Wands reversed, okay. What your partner wants, Queen of Swords, right, okay. And the relationship future, Hangman reversed. And then we've got the underlying, oh my darling, 2, right, okay. And right, okay, so let's have a look. Where do I put these? Let's just put these, because I moved the thumbstone. Right, so I think when we're looking at what you want, we've got the 6 of Wands, right? So Wands is about security, 6 is about bringing lots of people around, bringing lots of comfort, having, you know, feeling confident enough to be around a whole group of people. This being reversed is almost saying that it's like you want it to just be you and them, right? So I don't know. Oh, hang on, I'm just trying to take my Crocs off because I need to put my feet up for this. Right, mods, I feel like we're oh gosh, knocking everything over. Mods, I feel like we're going to go over because I've got 2 more super chats in. So yeah, I will keep going until I get these 2 super chats done, mods, but if you need to head off, feel free to head off, and thank you. So the 6 of Wands for me is a sensation of not wanting to be around a whole group of people, right? So it's that element of, especially when it's reversed, it's that element of, I think you feel more confident with them when you are together. And I think that the 3 of Swords is the heartbreak card. Obvious reasons why it's called that, right? But I do think that this is you don't want your heart broken again, right? You don't want to feel like everything's gone tits up. You don't want this you don't want to be heartbroken, right? And so when it comes down to what you want, it's almost like if it doesn't work out, you just don't want to have your heart broken. So it's almost like you can end as friends and still be able to move on. That would be okay. You really don't want this. It's almost like, but be careful with this, Jay, because it's like if this is the lens that we're looking through, then it's almost like don't be a muppet, right? Don't give up your own. Oh fuck, right, okay, just gonna say it, right? Don't go along with something you don't want to go along with just because you're scared of being on your own, right? My what was that? Did it just beeped at me? My sibling did that, right? And got into really dodgy relationships because of the fear of being alone, the fear of being heartbroken. So don't make that mistake. Don't get yourself into something or stay in something that isn't working for you because it's better than nothing. Because trust me, I did that my whole life as well. I did that for, especially being trans, I did that for a long time in my life. And it wasn't until I went, sod it, I'm just going to be single. I can't deal with men anymore. Men are bastards. not going to get in a relationship, sod it all, I'm just going to be me, I'm just going to be single. And literally a month later, I met Uncle Rufus, and 8 years down the line, we're still together and stronger than ever. So yeah, don't do that. In terms of what your partner wants, we've got the Queen of Swords. Now, this is the sort of primary thing. I think your partner likes a challenge. I think they like a lot of drama. Almost, it feels like they like a lot of drama, and they like a lot of, kind of being the center of attention. And it's almost like they will do anything to be that center of attention. And it's like, no matter what happens, no matter what goes on, they want to be that, even if it's negative for the relationship, even if it's negative for them. Like, I think your girlfriend really likes being that center of attention, and that sort of, at the core of all the drama going on, it's like she's there going, hello, but what she actually wants is a loving, one-to-one, proper relationships. That is what she actually wants. It's like she's making all the drama because it's, again, a little bit like this here with the heartbreak card for you. It's like she's so vulnerable, but needs a relationship, wants to be loved, wants to have that deep, meaningful, all-encompassing soul connection relationship, but actually hides it very, very well because she's scared of that. Right? Does that make sense? And I don't know whether or not that's something that is going to connect with your vibe, but it absolutely, it's like on the surface she says one thing, whereas underneath she really, really is desperate for that long-term commitment. And then we've got, in the relationship future, we've got the Hangman reversed. Now, the Hangman came up earlier. The Hanged Man is all about sacrifice and all about waiting and pausing. And this is saying that actually that sacrifice might not be worth it for you, because you're asking about, will it work out between you and your girlfriend? It, like, this long-term sacrifice might not actually get to what you want it to do. If it was this way round, it's as I say, it's Zeus on the Yggdrasil, the Tree of Life, awaiting the knowledge of the runes. I think it's Zeus. I might be, sorry, Odin, not Zeus, it's Odin. On the Tree of Life, and this is talking about self-sacrifice and it all being worth it. When it's this way up, is it really worth it? Question mark. Is it worth, this relationship feels almost like it's based on fear than it is based on actual loving connections. Because we've also got, when we look at the future, we've got the Page of Swords. So again, it's coming in with this challenge, this obstacle energy, and it almost feels like as the year goes on, it's going to get more complicated. Does that make sense? The King of Cups coming in as the modifying card, the clarifying card. I think there's a lot of mixed emotions going on in terms of the relationship, in terms of both of you. And I think that I wish I could say, again, because you're nibbling, I wish I could say this is going to work out wonderfully. It doesn't show an ending here, right? So there's no ending, but it does show a question mark over whether the two of you are getting what you need from the relationship long term. Okay. Interestingly, the only Cups card we've got, apart from the King as the clarifier, is the Two of Cups from the partner. So I don't know whether their need for a relationship and your need to not be heartbroken, whether that's why you got together, whether that's what the connection was. If so, the Page of Swords is bringing in that obstacle energy, my darling. So just be very careful, and just make sure that you talk to one another about what it is you want, how you actually feel, because I think these obstacles, this could be very, I mean, the Page is very young energy. I know you're only 18. I don't know how old your girlfriend is, but I know that is, well, you're 19. I think, I forget, because I forget how old I am these days. But either way, there is that youthful sort of challenge ahead. So just be aware of that, my darling. I hope that helps. I wish I could give you you know, it's all going to be wonderful, hearts and flowers and lovely romance and quartz crystals. But I can only give you the reading that the cards give me, unfortunately. Oh gosh, shit. Trying to put the cards back in and they've gone everywhere. They do not want to go in. Anyway, thank you very much for your question. And yeah, thank you for the super chat. But please don't super chat me, Jay. I can come and give you a reading at any bloody time. Bailey Rose. Oh, let me have a look in the live chat a second. Bring the live chat up. Oh, yes to cheese, no to Christmas cake. Yep. Oh, my darling, you're not less than. You're not less than. You're never less than. I know, right? I can't close the super chat. I don't want any more readings. No readings, please. No more readings. No more readings. No more readings. No more readings. There we go. So, you just have a look in the live chat. Night, Patricia. Thank you, my darling. Thank you, my darling. Thank you for being here. Patricia's gone. Right. Okay. I hope that helps, Jay. I really do hope that helps. Right. I've got 2 more readings in. One is from, in fact, they're both from Bailey Rose. So, Bailey Rose, will your friend group stay together? Let me have a look at that for you, my darling. I don't know how old you are, Bailey Rose, but I think it's B you said in the chat. But it depends how old you are, because very rarely do friendship groups stay together long term. But having said that, you'll find that maybe some of your friends stay connected to you for many years. Neil, who's on the podcast with me. Sorry, I'm so distracted. I am throwing cards everywhere. That's not the cards. That is me, basically, because I haven't rung the bell yet. Or brought in a whisper yet. So that's just me as I'm doing the intermediate shuffle, right? It's not a modifying card. Anyway, as I was saying, Neil, who's on the podcast with me, I have known for over 20 years, right? So the answer is yes, some friends will stay with you for life and some friends won't. But let's see what the cards say. So Wispy, Bailey Rose would like to know, will their friend group stay together? Will Bailey Rose and the friend group stay together? That's what we essentially want to know. So let's have a look. Will your friend group stay together? And then I'll do your second reading in a second. Right. So this is going to be difficult to make a... Oh, I'll tell you what. No, I'll tell you what. We will do... Situation, obstacle, and how to overcome, right? The situation, the obstacle, and how to overcome. So you always get obstacles in friendships, especially with friend groups. So the situation, judgment reversed. Okay, the obstacle, 9 of Pentacles, study, work, career, and how to overcome, 2 of Swords, right? Okay, and then let's look at the underneath here. Oh, right. First, for a start, devil never means devil. It means materialism, other things. So that is not the devil as in, ooh, devil. It just isn't, right? So in the current situation, we've got judgment linking up with the 2 of Pentacles. So I think the judgment card being reversed, it feels like your friendship group is very non-judgmental. It's like you're very accepting of one another. You don't look at each other's histories. You take each other for who you are right now, which is great. But sometimes there are elements of, like, sometimes you can be blindsided by that. Okay, so just bear that in mind. It's very nice to take everybody on face value for who they appear to be, but sometimes not everybody is as honest as you think, right? So sometimes somebody claims to be one thing and actually isn't, and that can be revealed. but I'm not saying that is what's going on, but just be very, very careful, because we've also got the Two of Pentacles reversed. Now, the two has an infinity symbol, so it talks about long term. Twos are talking a lot of times about couples, people coming together, and Pentacles is work, career, finance, or study. Now, again, it feels like, I don't know whether your friendship group or has had friendship group, or that's a word. I don't know whether your friendship group has people that are pairing off. If so, this could be a bit of a, it could be a bit of a worry, because what happens if you pair off in a group, and then a bit like if you, I don't know if you've ever watched Friends, but you've got Rachel and Ross, and they were together, then they weren't, then they were, then they weren't, they were on a break, they weren't, and there's this ongoing battle kind of almost between them, because they want to be together, but they also can't. Now, the rest of the friends in real life would have had to take kind of sides, really. And in friendship circles, that's what tends to happen. If you've paired up, if a couple of people have paired up and then they split, then there's almost a need to, you're trying to put both of them, but you'll lean on one side of the facts more than the other. Does that make sense? So yeah, just be aware of that. In the obstacle, we've got the Nine of Pentacles. So I don't know whether this is working too hard, spending too much money as a friend group, or whether this is studying. I think I think you are at college, if you're the person I think you are. So study is going to be really hard, right? You need to work really, really hard for study. So that is going to be the biggest obstacle, is studying. And it's linked even more so with the 10. Now, I always say the 9s are full and 10s are overflowing. So the obstacle coming in is going to be the amount of workload that you've all got. And maintaining a friendship outside of those settings, maintaining a friendship when you're trying to study, when you're trying to do exams, maintaining a friendship when you're trying to work maybe as well, is going to be very difficult from a time perspective. But also, like, as the time goes on, I think there are going to be issues around just like constantly being constantly having demands on your time is going to be a really hard thing to deal with. Okay, and it might well be that you make arrangements, but somebody can't be there because they've suddenly got an exam, or they've suddenly got to study, or they need to bump grades up, things like that. And how to overcome this obstacle, we've got the Two of Swords. So again, interestingly, we've got two twos coming up. This is very different. So this is talking about maybe some of the pairing off that's happened in the relationships. They might have to, or they will probably end, and that is how you will overcome this study issue, because it almost feels like there needs to be decisions around friends or partners. Do you know what I mean? It's like you can either have people that are paired up, or you can have that wide friendship group. It's like that isn't going to work when you're all studying or working flat out. You can't have time for the friend group as well as time for the partners. Does that make sense? So it's like if you're in a relationship, how do you have time for your other half if you're also studying and you're also working part-time and you're also blah 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 blah? You know what I mean? All the things. The underlying is we've got the devil. Now this is interesting because the devil never means the devil, right? So forget that. But it like, forget that element of it. It's talking about couples, longer term relationships with couples. Materialism is as well as, I think, from the devil. Like, be careful of the things that are sent to try you, right? Temptations. That's what this card is warning about. And it's almost saying that, like, there will be temptations that are coming in that almost, even though this is in the how to overcome the obstacles, it's like those temptations are going to be difficult. Does that make sense? They are going to make things more difficult in terms of maintaining friendship groups and relationships. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense in terms of your friend group. I'm going to shuffle the cards and we'll have a look at what your year will be like. Now, bearing in mind, I only tend to look sort of 6 months into the future, really. I will have a look at that for you. You work full-time as a chef. So yeah, that's going to be difficult then. That is going to be very, very, very difficult. You are, oh, hang on. You're 21. Okay, my darling. I think it's going to be very difficult for you to maintain friendship groups. If you're working flat out, it's going to be difficult. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be hard for you to maintain that friendship group and working. Good night to Renata. Good night to who else popped out? I just saw somebody else popping out as well. Yeah, good night, Neens, my darling. Thank you ever so much for being here. Bailey, your last request today, your last reading. Will this be a good year for you? Let's have a look at what Wispy says. So we're going to do it. There we go. Mods, this is the very last reading. And so, yeah, if you are watching this on the live stream, this is the last reading today. I can't take any more super chats or any more questions. So if any other super chats come in, unfortunately, they will have to get rolled over until Tuesday evening. But I'm back every Tuesday and Sunday here on YouTube at 7 p.m. UK time. Right then. So Bailey Rose would like to know, Wispy. Bailey Rose would like to know, will this year be a good year for Bailey Rose? That's what we want to know, Wispy. And we're going to do I'll tell you what, we'll do the past, present, future inverted triangle. They've got such a long bloody title, don't they? Such a long title. But hopefully this makes sense. Let's have a look-see. Let's have a look-see. We'll do the cut. Come on, cut. Oh, a double drop, right? Cards aren't sure. Cards aren't sure. There's a bit of uncertainty going on. Right, so past, the year coming that you've just left, 7 of Wands, lots and lots of challenging questions that you had to overcome. Difficult questions, especially in terms of your confidence, Bailey. So I think there's been a lot of stuff here where you've really had your confidence knocked and you've had to fight back. This is quite a defensive card. So it's really saying that I think there's been a lot of tough. 2023, I think for you was a really, really shit year, right? Especially the way it ended. So it's almost like you're making some really difficult decisions for 2024. Does that make sense? The 5 of Cups. So we've got the present. I think you are looking too much at the past, right? Don't worry about 2023. Look forward, especially romantic wise or in relationships, because you've got the 3 of Cups here. The 3 cups here, which are fallen, and you've got 2 upright, and you're looking at all the mistakes, the bad times, pardon me, the ex that got away, all of this, right? You're looking at all of that instead of looking towards the future and what you've got, because it feels very much with these 2, it feels like you might have a new relationship, or you might have like there's a potential for love or something going on, but currently you've turned your back to it because you're too busy looking back into the past. Okay, so the 5 of Cups is always a reminder that things aren't as bad as they seem. Things aren't as negative. Like, don't cry over spilt wine is the saying here, because yes, oh no, these cups of wine fell over and now I have no wine. Well, actually you do. You've got 2 more cups of wine behind you. You just can't see them. And then in the future, the 3 of Cups reversed. Oh, interestingly. So the 3 is to do with bringing in other people, bringing in other friends, bringing in other like children, things like that, or pets. The 3 reversed is talking about not doing that. Okay, so it's not having that energy, if that makes sense. So it feels very positive in terms of a relationship, because 3s are really positive. It's that relationship growth, but not necessarily in having longer term commitment, right? So it feels like the year ahead for you is more about keeping things fun, if that makes sense, than it is about long-term plans. This feels very much about relationships than it does anything else, but we'll see what cards come up. So linking the crappy 2023 to the 5 of Cups, we've got the Queen of Pentacles. So again, working. Was it work that caused this problem in the relationships? Was it work? Because the Queen of Pentacles is quite high up. she's not the ultimate authority figure, but she's still quite high up in terms of authority roles. And the Pentacles is all about work, career, finances. So it's like whatever happened last year, you are overcoming it with the Queen of Pentacles. So you're overcoming it with work and with doing, that's kind of a positive, but it's having a knock-on effect relationship-wise, because it's almost like there isn't enough time. You're looking back at all these past mistakes from 2023, and you're not looking towards that future. But it's almost like again, time pressures going on because of this Queen of Pentacles. It's like there's lots and lots and lots of, not lots of money, but there's money to be made and a career to be had, but that comes at a cost, which is what I think you're reflecting back on. Linking the 5 to the 3, we've got Judgment. Now this is interesting because Judgment came up in your reading about friendship groups. So the fact that you've got Judgment, this is about how if you look at your life, right? So if you look at your life, can you, if tomorrow you went before the universal court, right? The universe's court, and you had to, or God or Gaia or the goddess, whatever you think of it as, if you went tomorrow and you had to account for your entire life, positives and negatives, how would you be judged, right? And I think that is coming in here. It's like you want to do what's right, you want to do what's fair, all of those good positive things, but it's difficult because you keep looking back at what went wrong, and that's stopping you moving forward with this 3 energy, right? So I think you're perhaps being a bit too harsh on yourself as to what last year brought you, and actually it feels like you need to stay focused. But let's just have a look at, okay, so we've got Lovers reversed. So I think this is all about the X. This feels like it's all about the X, right? Because this Lovers reversed, I think you made some kind of mistake and let the X get away, right? You let them go. There were difficult decisions for you to make, but it feels like you absolutely regret what happened, because again, we've got this 5 looking at regret, even though you don't know what you've got right now. When we look at this spread, we go down. So we go from the 7 difficult decisions in terms of your confidence and how you grow as a human and how you see yourself. We then get to the Queen of Pentacles, which is about this long-time work effort, this long-term career plan, all of that. But that's kind of almost led to this relationship collapse. And it's almost like you put the job before the relationship, and that is what you're feeling guilty of. You're feeling, negative energy around that now. And you're judging yourself harshly for making that choice. Even though it feels like it's the right choice in the long term, it still feels really harsh because you're still caught up about this X. But we go from this relationship through the Judgment, and that is what's coloring this 3 of Cups. So I don't know whether you're in a relationship now. I don't know whether you are looking at a potential relationship, but it feels very much like there is something here, some positive that's come out of last year, and that positive can lead you forward into 2024 quite happily. But it's like you need to deal with this Judgment and this element of what went wrong with the previous relationship first. Does that make sense? So once you kind of evaluate this and get this under control and what happened, then you're not going to feel as guilty with this Judgment, and that might open this card back up. I'm going to pull you one more card. So Wispy, I'm going to take it. In fact, Wispy, we're going to shuffle it. I want one card to look at how we move forward more positively than this 3. So if Bailey can overcome the Lovers, the collapse of the relationship, and the Judgment, the guilty feeling from that, how do they move forward from the 3 into a positive way? Okay, so let's just have a look at that for you, Bailey Rose. Oh gosh, throwing the card. You can tell this is a long one. I did a reading before on the members only live stream, and now doing 2 hours 20 minutes of shuffling and everything, readings on here. You can tell my hands are starting to feel it. There we go. We've got 1 drop. So then 1 card Wispy. Let's have a look. I'll move my lapis out the way. We've got 3, another 3 of Wands. So you need to feel more confident, right? that is how you move these threes forward. Is you need to really look at like the people that are around you now, the people that you are focusing on now. Look towards that future. This defensive element is coming up against this judgment, right? So you don't have to be so defensive. You can let things go. You can have more fun and just allow yourself to look towards the future. This Three of Cups, I think this is going to be an interesting card. So the threes are also looking at Maiden, Mother, Crone. They are looking at the three muses, so creativity and all of that. But I really do think that this is talking about you aren't ready yet to make this longer term commitment into doing, like, starting a home, starting a family, starting, you know, getting fur babies. You're not there yet, but I do feel that as we go through 2024, as you go into this year proper, you are going to get more confident, and that confidence and that self-assurity is going to come good. Whether that means the relationship is longer term, I don't know, but it feels like you are going to feel a lot more confident as the year goes on. Does that make sense, Bailey Rose? I hope that makes sense, my darling. But that is going to be your reading for today. My voice is even starting to crack. Look, it's been that long. I finished my coffee ages ago. So let's have a look in the live chat. The relationship ended because of rumors from their bestie. That'll be why you're defensive here in the 7 then as well. That'll be why. It feels like if there wasn't trust in that one, that again is why the Judgment card is coming up. Yeah, it does hit hard. Unfortunately, my darling. Oh, Jack is barking at the bow. Sorry, Nanette. Jack, be a good boy. My readings do hit hard. They really do hit hard. I always say that when I do the readings, they are not for, you know, I don't soft coat, because I can't soft coat them. I can't sugarcoat them. I've got to tell it as it is, because listen, if you want a reading and you got a question that you want answered, then you want those answers. There's no point soft coating things. But it does look like whatever you've got going on at the moment, if you're in a relationship now, or if there's a potential for a relationship now, it does look like that's got potential for you. It just depends. It just depends if you can get over this judgment issue, and also whether that's linked in with trust issues as well, because I think that, sorry, I'm trying to put these back in the box is what I'm doing as I'm talking. But I think that like having the relationship end because of rumors and things, I think that's always going to be a difficulty, but it's also going to be one of those things that you have to be very mindful of, because what happens next time, and without trust in that relationship, without trust, you know, any future partner is going to be a little bit like that as well. So yeah, hopefully, my darling, that helps, and I wish you nothing but the very, very, very best of luck. He gives you a kiss when you said for him to be a good boy. Oh, good boy, Jack. Give mummy kisses. Lots of kisses. Lots of kisses. Give kisses. Right then, that is going to be it, everybody. I don't know whether Niblet J is still here, but Niblet J, I will give you a ring after I've had dinner, if that's all right. Or I'll text you later or something. Patricia's gone. I think everybody else is gone pretty much. Ed's still here, I think. Holland is still here. So thank you to the mods who have stayed on. It's amazing. Thank you to everybody as well who watches this on the replay crew. We are nearly, no worries, my darling. We are nearly on the 4,000 watch hours to get monetized with adverts. So thank you so much. If you've watched this all the way through, thank you very much. We're only less than 150 hours away. So it's been a phenomenal year. So thank you, everybody, for watching this in the replay crew. And yeah, thank you, everybody. Still here. Fabulous. And thank you, everybody, for being here, for being a subscriber, for the mods, who are the most amazing bunch of people ever on the planet. I love them all. And of course, thank you so much to everybody who requested a reading, whether it was a free reading or a paid for one. And thank you to everybody who sent a super chat. I think I've said thank you to just about everybody on the planet now. So thank you if you're watching this. If it's your birthday, if it's your birthday, happy birthday. I forgot that was that. I meant to play this. No, this. If it's your birthday. But that is going to be it for me today. And as I always say, stay you, stay true, stay authentic. And let's not go over by half an hour again because I am knackered. But anyway, thanks ever so much. I'll see you on Tuesday evening, 7 p.m. UK time. And as always, I'm going to leave you with a huge thank you to the mods.